Hello guys and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing as North Macedonia, suggested by this user on screen. So let's get started. First we're going to start off by just flying against Kosovo and getting 2 troops here. Our goal is to get Serbia, and then after getting Serbia we should be able to take Bulgaria, then Romania, and take the rest of the Balkans. As right now we're just going to start maxing out as many factories in this one state, and as well as gaining more political power. As I told you in these videos, I'm going to start doing a brief history on everything that's going on about these countries. So, North Macedonia was under the rule of the I forget what the name is, the Roman Empire, right? And after the Roman Empire collapsed, it fell under the rule of the Byzantine Empire, before then going under the rule of the Ottomans. Now, after the Ottomans collapsed, it went under the rule of Serbia, before obviously World War I happened. After World War I occurred, a new state, Yugoslavia, was formed, translating to South Slavs. I did a video on that recently, and this state became a part of that, right? And after Yugoslavia fell in, I believe, 2003, North Macedonia became its own country, or so to say, becoming whatever, right? And how do I explain this? Now, as well, because it was a part of Serbia, Serbia basically got shifted upwards a bit, like here, and lost Kosovo and North Macedonia, as you can see here. So Serbia used to be down here, and now it got shifted up a little bit, if that makes sense. So we're just going to keep going on with this. If you're wondering why I'm not buying anything else, it's mainly because I want to take Christina and then buy many more factories. I don't think I need them, so to say, but I might. Back in here. Once this is done, we'll wait until this heals up fully. Also, it is possible, okay, it's most likely that who's ever doing this is doing a cheeky strategy where they're playing as a country and moving the capital off. So what we're going to want to do next is just fight against Greece and try to take Italy for ourselves if they're going to be doing that. When is actually going to spawn in? Oh, can troops? Okay, that's not something we like. Troops can now only spawn in cities. I never knew that. I thought they could spawn anywhere. Okay. If you're wondering what I'm thinking, before it used to be that troops could spawn on anything, like, anything, not just cities, but they would prioritize cities. Now they can't spawn on anything but cities, which is very annoying. So I guess we're just gonna go through this focus and wait a second. And it looks like we've killed Kosovo. Now, by killing Kosovo, we're not gonna puppet them. What we are going to do next is I think we're going to attack Greece. Now, the reason for attacking Greece, it makes it a lot easier to attack other countries that we might want to attack in the future. Say Bulgaria, which will then give us a foothold on attacking Serbia. Right now. We move off this tile, and we're going to start immediately maxing out factories here. As well, we're going to get attacking against fascism, so we can start going for workers of the world. Just checking here. Again, we have enough. Okay. Just make sure you also have enough infantry equipment, like, as I don't believe I do right now, so we're going to add one more factory there and hopefully get more infantry equipment. We're going to go declare war on Greece now. We're just going to send these 2 troops down to, I'm not going to try to pronounce these names, down to these 2 cities. I don't know if this unit can come here. No, this unit is forever trapped on this tile because the only way to get out is this tile here. So Greece spawns with 4 troops, but in reality only really spawns with 3 because only one of them is just useless. And I'm just probably going to skip ahead until we find something interesting that happens. Actually, scratch that. I'm actually going to be sending a troop to Argos, mainly because I think this would be a lot easier to start dealing with the troop here. Look at that. And also, I forgot to get more troops to spawn in, so just don't even worry about that. We're just going to keep spawning troops here. Making factories here. And yeah, now again, some of you are going to be yelling at me in the comments to get better troop equipment. There's a reason I'm not doing that. I don't really prefer having better troop equipment. I don't think it's necessary. I just would rather have 100,000 factories than to have maxed out troops. And I think we're just going to connect up here like this. We're also going to start justifying against Bulgaria and probably get right-wing majority. It should be this troop dead. Triple team should leave minimum damage taken. And we can start bringing this troop down here to double team the capital. In fact, we can do it down here to triple team the capital if we need to. So, in this defense, it actually looks like they're losing attacking. No, it looks like they're winning. I thought they were losing for a second, but no. We should be able to take the capital here, though, which is nice. Soon we'll declare war in Bulgaria, and then we'll go into probably Romania. Once we're done with all that, we'll take Serbia. We're just going to wait a second, and then we might try to double team Athens. Does this work? Possibly not. Probably not, because they attacked with that ship up there. This ship is not going to have any supply, but I don't think it'll matter. We'll attack this troop here, and this ship will get attacked. I'll pause these two troops because I want to get this kill up here. I want the extra XP. And I've seen some comments saying they don't believe me having 800,000 XP. Just put it up here. 840,000 now. Mainly, it's to get XP, mainly just remember, always just take the chance to kill troops as possible and take extra cities. Like, if you wanted to gain an extra XP, you could halt this troop for a second before going in and going now. Wait a few seconds, and this will allow us to take that city right before that and giving us that XP as well. So, right here. Now that we've taken these places, we can start moving on to Albania's borders, clear one them, before taking Montenegro as well. And we are setting up ourselves good for later. And just to show you something, they have 52 factories maximum, 49 factories maximum. The only person looks like is Russia who's more factories than us. Nobody else, and for us having widely less territory than them, it's pretty impressive. Now I think we save up to go for extra research speed and then workers of the world. Okay. I think instead of moving this troop over here, we're just going to attack it like so. See how much defense this guy has. We might be able to take it here. And we'll start upgrading these ones as well. We'll attack it like this, and I think maybe you'll be able to take it here. Yep, it looks like we're going to be able to take Bulgaria very quickly, which is very nice. And we're also going to get better research speed. And again, if you wanted to get extra, XP, like I wanted to now, you could just kill the troop. And you could basically boost your XP gain by like 50% by doing it this way, which is very nice compared to other things. And then we're also just going to standardly kill Romania. Should be pretty easy. The main challenge is going to be Serbia, but it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. We're also going to produce 2 more units. And going to move this troop up here once we get a chance. Also, make sure to keep a troop on your capital. You will see me moving troops off my capital every now and again. It's mainly just because at certain points you don't need to keep a troop on your capital. There's definitely long spans of time you need a troop on your capital, but for when you're not at war with anyone, and you know you won't be at war with anyone for a while, you don't need a troop on your capital. We're gonna go declare war in Albania, start farming XP off them, and I mean troop XP here. Yeah, just by sitting here, we can have more and more troop XP, which is something that helps your troops do just more damage. And yeah, we can just also declare war against Romania. We're going to also save our political power for workers of the world, because you know I love buying factories. And we actually might puppet Romania at this time. Mainly because it's not too much work to kill them, and as well, the extra factories, you don't need the extra factories per se. The main issue is, I don't know if Russia's going to want to take Romania from me, and if they do, we're going to have to hold on Constanta. Yeah, I just realized I almost forgot to do that. Romania is now my puppets, so now we're going to move these troops over here. I really do wish to make the puppets better in this game. The puppets right now are so bad. We have not been just flying against Montenegro, which is fine. I'm going to move this troop up here, and we're going to try to get a quick encirclement on this one troop here, and then try to get, then encircle Nils before taking Belgrade. And we'll buy 1 defense there, and we're going to try to encircle these. I think we should get the kill off this troop here. Alright, so this should be all these troops dead. Yep, all of them. So now we can hold off here, move up here, and just get ready to kill them. And we are not going to puppet any of these people here. Alright, you focus. Okay, so workers of the world is done. So now we can just spam by factories. Here. Albania, we want factories. Here, we want factories. Alright, so we should be almost done buying all the factories we need. Yep. So Greece is almost maxed out here. And this should be maxed out very soon. And we're going to attack just like this. And we're going to move the troop on this side. Actually, we can just move the troop off Christina. And we're also going to justify war against this place here. Now, we're going to demand tiles from Romania. Demand. And we're going to take these 2 tiles along with all their money and all their basically everything like this. And never mind, I guess I won't be doing that. It's a bit annoying. Alright, so we should be just about to kill both Montenegro and Serbia before we can then probably kill Croatia. Now, a problem we are going to face is the fact that Poland is 100% going to declare war on us. I can already tell. Right? Most likely, they'll either declare war on Serbia, which will pull us into a war, or just declare war on us directly, which would be the better outcome. I do not want... I said Serbia earlier, I meant Romania. I do not want them to attack Romania. For a puppet as well. Demand tiles, take tiles. We want these tiles, and the main reason we want those tiles is to start building up defenses on them. Just get out the puppet stage. I think the puppet stage should be lowered because it just there's no way I could wait this long to take a single tile from the 2 tiles from them. I think it genuinely is faster to just free them and declare war on them. I do think that is just faster. And no, we will not be puppeting Bosnia and Herzegovina. Here. Oh, yeah, so now we're doing pretty well for ourselves, all things considered. Most of our factories are maxed out. And if we can just see here, we have probably the most amount of factories in the game. So here. Yeah, I think we just have the most amount of factories in the game, which comes at a cost for all of our technology. We have no technology. There's just no technology to show for it, which is fine. At least for now. We're gonna start getting troops on other borders here to make sure we have enough time. And I think now we're going to... Oh, not now. In a little bit. We're gonna get better troops. Better. And now I'm just going to prepare to put stuff on a single army. Let's just see here. Definitely infantry attack. So this person is gonna be who we want. Who is... No, absolutely not. And I already know they're gonna want to declare war on us after that. So we're gonna start building up defenses here. I don't know who Turkey thinks they are, but they're no one, I can tell you that. Okay, now it looks like we're gonna lose some stuff all the way to Poland, but it shouldn't be too much. Make sure Poland, okay, it doesn't look like Poland's been justifying against Romania, so they can't just spontaneously declare war on us. We will have to be careful against this, and Germany looks like they're just blitzkrieging through everything, and they're allied with basically everyone in the server. So we are going to need to be very careful with all of this. I'm missing the troop here, am I? No, I'm not. And now that Romania is actually a person, we're going to demand some stuff from them, and we're going to take these 2 tiles. They automatically accept. Now, the fact that they are a person makes me just want to get rid of them now. It does make me just want to get rid of them now. What do you want? I'm not going to give you that, no. I don't know if taking this would be nice, but having Trieste and, I'm not going to try to announce that, is a lot better than not having it. We're going to demand tiles from Germany, trying to make a single tile. They're probably going to say no, just by the looks of them. They didn't. That is a mistake. For sure, that's a mistake. The reason that's a mistake is now we can actually hold with a rubber band, like rubber banding technique. If I got Vienna, it wouldn't have mattered, but I'm not going to get Vienna, so this is about the best outcome I could have had. We're going to start going for tanks, this, and more healing. I'm going to start trying to build up some more defenses here, while staying on borders with everyone. So spawning troops here, we're going to upgrade here, and defense. The reason we're buying so many defenses is because just holding off like this is much easier than not, basically. And especially on Galati and Constanza, you can hold against basically anyone with just max defenses there, max troops. Down here, these 2 troops can hold anyone with a rubber banding, specifically Turkey. And as long as they don't declare war on Croatia, I don't have to defend this border either. Though I could hold off on Timsura and Kuji. We're gonna demand some more tiles, and then just taking all their money. We demand this. The fun thing is, if I ever really need to, I could send Romania a couple of tiles just to make sure they can't declare war on me, or they can't just take out all my land. So let's just keep making sure we can survive this. It looks like they're both getting prepared for a war here. Though I'm not sure how successful this will be. If ever I need to, I can pull this troop back. But I don't know how successful this will be. If we ever get packed, it's over for them. I can hold here, 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 here. No, that all depends if I have good troops, which I don't exactly have them right now. And we're going to demand some more tiles from Romania. I'm going to do something like this, I think, just to connect our borders. We are going to need to reduce many more troops here. Along with, we're going to want to assign a general to this. Pick. And now we're going to take these two as well. It looks like they're not getting anything on the Trieste border, and I think that is much better. I'm going to lower the infantry equipment just to get as much money as possible. Especially because we have way more factories than either service, and possibly more. We have less than both of them combined, but we do have more than any single person. Move troops up here. I think we'll keep Romania around just for their capital money. Keep all this. Normally I don't like abusing really weird mechanics, but honestly I think we might have to this time. Definitely more defenses on cities, and we're just going to keep trying to get more. Okay, there it is. Poland's justifying against us. Now, Russia most likely will get declared, will be called into war, and 100% Germany will be called into war. Unless it is Poland wants all this land for himself, which if he's greedy, it might cost him a lot. So just look at the troops. 26. That is a lot of troops. Though a lot of it is on the Polish border. So it looks like, okay, they're no longer allies. So if Poland were to declare war on me, maybe it would just snake up until Warsaw. I think this area might collapse. Poland wants an alliance now. I might start justifying against them. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to demand quite a few tiles. I'm going to, including basically all Slovenia. Even a little bit more like this. No. Again, that is something quite crazy. I wouldn't understand why they would ever do that, but that's something you could do. We'll try to figure out the borders later. This is some strange things that are happening here, I guess. Wow. I probably want to call my allies to war, don't I? Oh, I don't have infantry equipment, I just realized. Okay. That is something we definitely need. So I'm gonna try to upgrade all these troops here and get to here. Now, something I don't really like is how I'm not going to get any land from this just by doing a lot of the work here. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get land that I wanted before, but I also wanted some Polish land. So we're going to try to demand stuff from Germany here, and if he says no, we'll attack it. Right. So Germany, demand tiles, take, and we're going to take these tiles from him. And these. And I think that's all we want, right? We'll see if he wants us to accept that. If he doesn't, we'll declare war on him. Germany does accept that. Yeah. And we do have a troop trapped behind his land here. We're going to push up to our new borders, and it looks like our new borders are much more defendable than our old borders, except for Prestov. So we might not try to hold Prestov ever. I think now is the time to release our puppet after we demand some stuff from them. 3,000. Free puppet, and so justifying against them. I don't like having to win with any allies, and a puppet counts as an ally. I'm gonna get some stuff on the borders just to make sure we're protected from naval attacks. And it looks like we are doing quite well for ourselves. More factories in Germany here. I'm about to get even more. Now, as you can see, factories are so much that buying them, it doesn't make too much sense. I will still buy them, because I just like having factories. But at this point, you can't buy too many factories, which is why I always say buy factories early game. Like, Germany is never going to get too many more factories unless they conquer other people. And since I already have such a factory advantage over them, I don't need to conquer anyone, while he will need to conquer people to get the same factory advantage. Germany wanting an alliance. I don't know if I'll take that. Okay, Germany's immediately justifying against us because we did not take his alliance. That is something we actually kind of enjoy, I would think. Having Germany attack us saves us the time. We need to attack them. Now it's just a matter of how many things can we get on here as possible. Firstly, we're going to need to attack Romania, which is just going to be so quickly since we don't have anything, and no, we won't puppet them. And we're going to... Alright, so I think we're just going to get on better borders. I've never seen an avatar like this, okay. Quite a side tangent. We're also going to try to pull off borders. For those of you who've watched this far, just make sure this is something very important. Never have a double layer of troops here. It's never a good idea. The reason is, if you have a double layer of troops, what will end up happening is your troops will get clogged up in one spot, and they will just get suffocated, basically. And always set a second line of fallback. Like, my line of fallback is Pex, Debrecen, and Kuji, and possibly Timisoara. Alright, this is my second line of fallback. So if anything goes wrong, I will fall back to this line. Alright? Always make sure you have a fallback line set, because if you don't, if something does go wrong, you have no way of surviving. These fallback lines are fairly cheap, so you never really need to worry about the cost, and having these basically does wonders for you. So it's always better to be prepared. Furthermore, I don't think most of this stuff is upgraded. I'm gonna have troops stop producing and start producing about Sejopie. We're gonna move him here. I think we're just gonna hold off for attacking quickly. That troop does have a place to fall back to. We're going to attack Yenis. We're going to do something like this, and something like this. We're going to send our troops to this one. I think we're just going to hold off here. We're not going to let that troop pass. And it looks like our northern line is crumbling. The Italian line has just fallen. Their Italian line has fallen. And our northern line has as well fallen. So we must be careful. And we also want to send a troop here. It does look like they're losing more troops than we are losing, which is much nicer to have. I'm selling a few troops here, but yeah, I'm not really that good here. Okay, I sold a few troops here, it's fine. So we're going to probably be able to hold this troop here, pin this troop, and this troop. And yeah, okay. Hold here. We should be able to just hold at these crucial spots. I don't know why he's moving. Do I have any of these set to attack? No. So it looks like I'm stretching my lines too thick here, or too thin. So, especially since UK just declared war on us. We're gonna need to knock out some units here. Probably pull back to a fallback line. And we're pulling back to a fallback line. There's no way we can hold this. Alright. The fallback line we had earlier was perfectly fine, and we kind of messed it up. Especially with British tanks coming in, we're not able to hold this. I sold that kill so bad. Maybe not yet, maybe not. We did not sell the kill. Okay, this is not wonderful, especially with more reinforcements coming in. Try to get over here. We are going to still try to push our lines more and more, even though we are getting kind of strangled here. Try to get a few more kills, because it doesn't look like Britain is trying to more or less win. So we're going to try to hold that at Breslava, and probably this area here. We might have lost a few units, but I think that is fine compared to what they've lost. And it looks like we're in a more or less comfortable position now. We're going to let this troop move here just so we can kill it later. And the UK's finally declared war. So, okay. How do we survive this? Make sure we... This is... Has Germany left? Okay, Germany has left. So, we don't need to worry about these troops attacking us too much. Move like here, here, and here. The more tanks we can kill off of there, the better we're going to be. Yeah, So how are we going to do this? I'm not upgrading anything either. It's not ideal. Hold here, hold here. Attack like this. And can we kill this dude? Yes, we can. We can more or less hold. Britain does have many tanks here, but we have more troops and more troops spawning here. I think one of the reasons I keep winning these like sort of scenarios are because like this game is really easy to learn, and it also means the turnover rate for people just stop playing is much higher. So on average, most people are going to be playing. Most people who play are not the strongest players. Though it is very easy to learn this game, so most of you watching this, as long as you just try and practice every day, you should easily be able to get good and start playing how I'm playing. Mostly just intuition, just knowing when to attack things or what to do at certain points. Because once you know, you know. Right? I'm gonna start attacking this unit. We are losing some, but it looks like Britain's basically all Britain. Yeah, just all Britain's areas just not here anymore. So Britain does no longer has any type of foothold here, and I don't think Germany has too much of a foothold here either. Yeah. So it looks like this should be a victory for us. And there should be many factories given to us. I don't know why Britain declared war on us. I really don't. Maybe because Germany was their ally and they attacked us. One thing I haven't been doing is pulling up troops from the south. Mainly because I haven't had time to. But now that things have calmed down a little bit, I should have time to pull troops up. Especially since the UK looks like they've run out of troops. Is that my troop? Yeah, it is, okay. So this should be Germany dead. And with Germany dead, I think that we should be just fine. Yeah, they no longer have any troops here. Now we have to start worrying about an invasion from Russia, which is not really the nicest thing to think about. So I haven't been putting anything on these, which would have been much more useful to do early game. It looks like Russia is pulling off, or the UK is pulling on a mass retreat, which is always nice to see. I always like that. Since when did Germany have battleships? When did Germany get battleships? We should be able to kill this right here. Is anyone playing the Netherlands? No. Okay. So, just by killing the Netherlands, will have such a reach that it will be impossible for anyone to kill us. This is somewhat of a voice crack. Right, we're going to fight against communism, and I think we're just going to start going for nukes. With Germany, I don't think so. No. I wanted to kill. Whatever. These are Dutch troops in Germany, so we should be able to... What happened to the Dutch troops? Did they just die? I think they did. That is quite sad. I mean, I don't mind. We're gonna get on some Russian borders here. I'm gonna keep this troop here to protect this troop here, this troop here. I'm gonna move here and probably start just flying into Latvia and Estonia. We're not going to accept an alliance request from him. And we are going to try to get better in, equipment in general. One thing we do need to be careful of is this border we have with, what's it called? The border with France and Iberia. We can't cross this, so we just need 3 troops here to defend this, so we should be fine. Yeah. I think this should be a pretty easy victory, so I'm just going to speed along until, the Netherlands die. Okay, so that is the Netherlands dead. And with this, we should be able to just hold off any and all British invasions. But something we do need is casters. We're not going to accept anything from them. If they declare war on us, so be it. 474 factories. How lovely. We're also going to want to just fight against Moldova to take all their factories, and probably just fight against Turkey as well. I'm also going to start spawning troops up here since we have already enough troops down here. I'm just going to keep maxing out defenses on our capital. I wish you could pre-plan out, like pre-buy things. Like you could pre-buy a ton of factories or defenses on a single city so you didn't have to later. Or like just preset them to be bought. Because I don't want to have to come back here in a few seconds to check this. But this, whatever. as well as Denmark. I am going to want to declare war on you to make the borders neat. I think the last person who I'll attack will be Britain, just because I would like a clean thumbnail. So we're going to have to clean up all these smaller states like Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia. So we're just going to speed along. I think I'm going to kill Turkey and then speed along. Okay, so we're trying to attack Turkey here, and things are not going the greatest. Mainly because we did lose supply here. I thought this tank over here could attack this place here, and I was very wrong. Though we will be getting supply back very shortly. So here and here. And we should be able to just attack Turkey and probably take them now. As well, we are going to declare war on all these small nations here. And being at war with Estonia, we're just going to take this and then move on. And with Turkey dead, now we'll go after these smaller nations up here. Oh, you know, you guys are going to call me stupid in the comments. I was not paying attention to this whatsoever. Yikes. Okay, this might add some time here. So I think we'll then go after Russia next and just do Operation Barbarossa. I'm going to put this on screen. We're going here. Just to prove to you, I've not been neglecting to do these Conquer World videos. I've done them. Just to prove to you that I have done them. I am doing them because I care. If you made it this far in the video, comment what country I should do next. Just like and subscribe because obviously you enjoy these videos if you made it here. I'm probably going to just speed along this up here. We are going to get... Yeah, I'm just going to delete this trip, I think, because we're getting beaten back pretty bad over here. I was not paying attention to anything happening up here. So I'm going to start spawning some troops up here. Also going to move some troops off this front line here just to deal with the UK. And this should be Azerbaijan and Georgia yet. Nope. Is anyone Finland? I think someone is Finland. So we are going to just be patient for a little bit and start producing ships. And so this troop might be the first of their troops to be dead, which would see their attack stall. Okay. And now that we're bringing in more reinforcement, they should just have no chance here. They also don't have better healing, which is higher mechanization for some reason. So there should be a few troops dead just very quickly here. And I don't think there's anything Britain can do. Okay, so there should be all their troops dead here. Just gonna attack them like so, attack them like so, attack them like so. And this should free up many troops that need to be counter-offensive everywhere else. And it doesn't look like they're killing a few troops in time, which is always nice to see. Having a troop or two survive when they shouldn't have. Even with the jump on me, they couldn't beat me. Now all these troops are getting pushed back, and it looks like they have lost. So, we're going to do this before probably trying Operation Sea Lion, I think it was called. For those of you who don't know, Operation Sea Lion was Germany's operation to go into the UK and just steal them. It failed because they could never get to air superiority for a multitude of reasons. The main reason they couldn't get air superiority was because of just the fact that for every pilot that UK shot down, that was a lost pilot to Germany. But for every pilot that Germany shot down, or every plane Germany shot down of the UK, the UK could get that pilot back. So Germany couldn't train enough pilots. Maybe make this make sense more. If a German pilot's over UK's airspace, if their plane gets shot down and they survive, they're not going to be able to make it back to Germany, as the UK are going to take them as prisoner of war. Right? But if a UK pilot gets shot down over UK airspace, they're just going to go straight back to flying as long as they survive. So that's one of the many reasons why Germany never could get air superiority. Looks like Operation Barbarossa is just going well for us. Yeah, should be a pretty piece of cake. And we will be taking Azerbaijan before then going after Finland. It should be fairly easy for us to just win here. I think... Okay, we don't have the capital yet, we will soon. And for those of you wondering how I get so much XP, this is how. I'm just keep killing troops back to back to back, and I get about 1,000, 2,000 XP here. And this will just be like every game getting 4,000 XP or something like that. Like just maximize how much XP I could get. It's just a game that I'm just going to win in, and yeah. I'd love for them to add like a win ratio to see how many times you've won. I would have loved for that to be added. think we're gonna start building some ships in Tallinn just so we can launch a naval invasion of Finland. We're going to get better defenses here, and something like this. And we're going to start producing troops on, let's go Warsaw. Yeah, now let's go Berlin. Looks like Britain is going to try to make another counteroffensive here, which is very weird, getting himself inserted like this, but it is what it is. Like, I go AFK for 1 second, and this is what Britain does. And this should be all but over for Britain. We're going to start spawning more troops over here, just because they are doing some shenanigans we don't like. And they should be Britain at least kick off the our area again for the 3rd time now. I wonder when Britain's just gonna give up and leave. There's no way Britain can ever face up against my economic might. I just have my economics are just too strong for anyone to come up against. We have not actually taken this. We actually got ourselves a little bit encircled now, which is not the prettiest thing in the world. But we'll manage. We'll manage. I'm gonna try to head to Tallinn quickly and try to get a sneaky thing off. Oh, the troops. We lost a single troop. That's sad. Never like to see that. Never like to see it. I'm gonna try to go up here. Try to get here. And we don't know. Finland is still in the game. So we're gonna send everything here to here. And we're going to, I think. So cast ones are not being produced. We don't need that much uranium. We can just leave it how it is. We're going to get better bombers to take care of this. This makes up like massive defenses or something. Right? Again, I will never understand how Troopers gets in 19 defenses out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I don't ever understand this. But I think it should be fine. Battleships, just 1,000 battleships, do whatever. And it should be Russia gone. Is Britain still trying to do stuff here? This isn't good. I don't get how Britain thinks that they can do anything here. I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand it at all how Britain thinks they can do anything. They're not here. You know what I mean? They're not. And they don't have a strong enough foothold on the land to do anything. Like, 3 troops here against 6. This only works if I'm not paying attention. Which now I fully am. We're gonna go ahead to probably Rotterdam just to do some units. He's producing more units here. I don't get this. I don't get what Britain thinks is gonna happen here. I seriously don't. And that is Finland gone within seconds. Okay. Within less than 10 seconds, Finland has died. So we are just going to send everything to Berlin. At least most of everything. And we are going to pull these troops off. So, and we're going to send all these battleships to Britain, which hopefully once we get them to Britain, we'll be able to just move on with everything and kill them, and then I'll be done with this game. Well, just to ensure that this happens, we're going to send half of our things just in these waters here, and the other half we're going to prepare to send over their landing. Yep. Exceeds by 50. Alright, let me send all these out here as well. Something like this. And they should never be able to leave their waters ever again. Right. Also going to do max out here, and we're going to get more battleship 2s. Now, I know we could have been getting home fleet. I just completely forgot to do that earlier. So we're just going to get them now, get a few troops here. And if you're wondering why I'm not taking the rest of France while it's free, that'll end the game. And I want to get a full world domination here. Just so it looks nice in the thumbnail. As the other ones, I've never gotten a world dom because that takes too much time. So soon, these 2 battleships should be done. Fun fact about these battleships in the game. Battleship 2s used to be able to hold 2 troops into them instead of just the 1. They changed it because it was just a little bit OP, just a tad bit OP. So we're just going to wait 1 second here, and we're probably going to kill this ship here. I wonder what Grant thinks is gonna happen here, especially with 1,000 castles flying over his territory. I really do wonder. We might lose a single battleship, probably our best one because that's the first one that's attacking. And what I think we'll do next is we'll move 500 castles up here, with a single troop here. Halt that troop, and we'll take the capital. Just like so. And that'll be a full world domination as North Macedonia. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.